Hi guys, Melissa Johnson, your independent Scentsy consultant here, and my cat, Gingy. I think he's gonna be my assistant today. So I have I wanna show you the diffusers because I don't see these enough, and this is honestly why I fell in love with Scentsy as a customer. And there's a difference because they didn't have these back when I got my first diffuser, which is in my living room. And I've since got a second for the upstairs. And so I think this one's the, I haven't cataloged, 1 second. I think this is the Enliven, if I remember right. No, Enrich. So this is the Enrich pattern. So if you're looking for this one, ooh, I turned it on. Oh, there goes the surprise factor there. Hold on, hang tight. Okay, sorry, wasn't supposed to do that. So I just wanted to show you the difference because I've always been like a wax and candle kind of girl, like always. But I became like really just fell in love with essential oils. Like I was an essential oil enthusiast, and I can show you really quick to what point I was. Well, so my daughter first started selling doTERRA, and then I got involved with doTERRA for a while, and I love it. It's just I have such a stock, and when I say a stock of oils, you guys, you should see the obsession. And this honestly won't even be all of them. So, and it's not just doTERRA. Like I really enjoy like Barefoot, because they had a lot of blends that like doTERRA didn't have. And I have some like really cheap brands of like frankincense. But then I learned about doTERRA, so I really got into doTERRA, and then, you know, the other Barefoot, also, I would say a comparable company. It's just you don't have consultants or have to pay like wholesale or retail with them. It's just retail. But see, you guys, when I say I'm an oil enthusiast, plus I have another box of these upstairs. So see, you guys, when I say like essential oils, like I'm not joking. I'm obsessed with the roller ball bottles. Like and it's got like the roller, and these are like pre-mixed with, you know, like different ones you have to, they're so concentrated that you have to like dilute them. Trust me, oregano is one of them. I had like a zit, and so I tried to put oregano on it straight without diluting it, and oh my word, burned the crap out of my neck. Like it looked like I had a hickey of all places, like right up front. I was like, that was the dumbest thing ever. But now my daughter, for, oh gosh, way back when she was in high school, had like a planter's wart. We tried the freezing, we tried going to the doctor's office, and the doctor's office doing something. And she ended up doing a combination of doTERRA oregano and castor oil. And then it finally went away. So, but we would put like the oregano on because your feet tend to be like a little more calloused. So, she ended up putting it on straight, like on the bottom of her foot, but I honestly wouldn't recommend doing it anyplace else because that one will burn you. But see, look, I even have jasmine. So like when I'm really familiar with the oils when I talk about them. Oh, it's so pretty. It kind of reminds me a little bit of ylang ylang. Oh, so pretty. It's almost like a white floral. could talk all day about like oils, but that's why one of my very first, my daughter ended up going on a trip to Europe with People to People back in high school. And so I was trying to earn money for a trip. And at the time, a friend of mine was into Scentsy, and she offered to do like a fundraiser for me. So like I had a party and she like donated a portion of her profits and everything. So like one of the very first things I ever bought, because from having the party I still got half price free items, and if I remember right, because it was so long ago, it was like a good 10 years ago, but I know for a fact, maybe I only got the half price item, but I got like my very first oil diffuser. Used my 2 half price credits and got like a gorgeous oil diffuser. Or maybe I had a second party and did that. Maybe the first one was a fundraiser. The second one was like my own party. I don't remember, but so long story short, because I tend to ramble a little bit. My very first purchase was the premium diffusers from Scentsy, a premium diffuser. And because I was already like, oh, and there goes my cat, because I was already the oil enthusiast. So like that's what I really wanted, because I had like the cheap Walmart warmers and stuff. It wasn't until later when I saw how amazing the Scentsy diffuser was that I ended up getting the Bali warmer. Fell in love with that because it was, oh, and there's my bird every time, you guys, I'm not joking. Every time you'll hear my parrot. But then I fell in love with like Scentsy as a brand. Sorry. But it took me a while. Like, you know, like how you don't always plan for buying it constantly, like as a customer. And so you'd put off, you know, oh, I really want to buy some, but, or you'd see someone at a vendor event, you'd pick up a couple bars of wax or a light bulb and you'd be good. So, and then like in between, you know, you'd wait for someone else to have a party, wait for another, you know, to run into another vendor. And then you'd be like, oh, I need some more wax, and you know what I mean? But the cool thing about Scentsy, not like these ones are the higher price point, but for good reason. These have options, but these are literal works of art, you guys, like literal works of art. And I love art. Like someday, my daughter's already been to the Louvre in Paris. I'm so jealous. So she got to see the Mona Lisa and all these amazing things. She went to Italy, Rome, Paris. She climbed the Eiffel Tower. But I'm most jealous of the Louvre. But so to me, like this is art. Like this is worth the extra. But I had a party so that I could earn this half price. Like I didn't pay full price. And even when I joined Scentsy as a consultant, I used half price credits on my own party, like to get another diffuser. Like I just adore them. They're going to put steam into the air. So like if you have a dry house, I mean, these are great to have in multiple rooms. And yes, I know that $140, $150, $160, depending on the shade, might seem like a lot of money, but it's a lifetime. Like there's a limited lifetime warranty. And using like doTERRA oils or something is not going to void your warranty. I love that about Scentsy. And in my other one, in over 10 years, I have not had an issue with the actual warmer itself. I did, when I was cleaning, forget that this wasn't one piece, and I have marble, I don't know if you can see behind me, I have marble topped end tables, and I picked it up and the shade fell off of that one. At the time it was a current. I just wasn't used to it not being attached. And so I picked it up, and it's a porcelain, beautiful, it's not etched, it's laser cut, really. You know, like there's cutouts, like laser cutouts, I would say. And we don't have anything like it. Well, in the clearance section, there's a copper one that kind of has like the cutouts in it, which I do kind of really want that, because the shade only in the clearance section, you guys, is like 24 bucks, but leave me one. But yeah, like I just, oh my gosh, like mine is white porcelain. So that's the only thing, was I had to replace the top shade. And what I love is you can just buy shades and change these out. So if you invest in the base and you don't want like multiple systems going on around your house, although I don't see why that's terrible, then you can just buy new shades and change out the shade per season. Like we had one during Christmas that had snowflakes and glitter, and it was gorgeous, and I waited too long and I missed it. But I did get the beautiful daisies. Well, I call it daisies. I don't know what they are, but to me, they remind me of daisies. And I love this color blue, you guys. Oh my gosh. Love, love, love. I love mosaic. So if you notice, a lot of times I'll either get like blown glass or a mosaic, or like, I love that kind of stuff. But this has always been my, like, one of my most precious investments that I've ever gotten from Scentsy. Even 10 years ago, like, it was really seriously one of my favorite investments. And I want to show you like the differences and the benefits. I mean, each one has their own, like, this is beauty, this is art, but it doesn't have as large of a reservoir, which I'll show you that here shortly, because I have the measured amounts of water. Now, since, like, before I joined, I don't want to accidentally knock that over, they came out with, I would cry, they came out with this. Now, this is your standard sort of, well, I'll tell you the difference. Like, the other companies have diffusers, like even Barefoot, doTERRA, like they have diffusers. When you join with them, not Barefoot, but doTERRA, like you get a you can get the kit with the diffuser and all that. And they're this style. So with Scentsy, this one is $65. You're not joining anything to get like a cheaper cost. There's no commitment. And yes, these also have a limited lifetime warranty. But what you get with this is different options. Now ours, and I don't know about the other companies, the one that my daughter first got, and I think she got a whale after, she got a whale, and she got like one that was smaller than this. And they don't do all of the options that this does. So this is a cheaper price point. So say you want one, but you know, you like all the things that this stuff does, but you don't really need the fancy. Scentsy made a second option for you. So that's this. I'm really into the fancy, but I have them both because I think that they're really, really cool. And I want to show you what's different about it, but really quick, first I want to tell you, Scentsy essential, no, they're not always essential. Like, this is just an oil blend. Ours are made for fragrance. They're not holistic, they're not medicinal, they're just for fragrance. So this one happens to be red currant and raspberry. And I got this based on another YouTuber, Etta Harrison. Check out her page. She recommended, like, she said how much she loved this one. And this is currently in the last chance tab on our site. Mine happens to be, if you don't have a consultant, and you're looking to buy, if you're interested, mine is MHJOHNS, the number 4.Scentsy.us. But if you have a consultant, go through your consultant's website or whatever. But like ours are solely for fragrance. So we do have some essential oils, and we do have like the natural oil blends. It's just we don't claim like any holistic, like you can't ingest this like some of the other companies. You can't like go rubbing it all over yourself. It's not recommended, let's put it that way. It's not like, we don't market, I guess is the word. We don't go around saying, you know, like rub this on yourself, like blend it, rub it on yourself for, you know, medicinal, you know, holistic purposes. Ours are literally just to fragrance your home. So when you're smelling our blends or our essential oils, we have 4 categories. I just want to look them up real quick. There are balancing, calming, comforting, and uplifting. So like the uplifting are gonna brighten up and put a spring in your step. So it's gonna brighten your mood. Like these are more for your mood. We have the calming ones, so say you had a stressful day. We have the exhale and take some well-deserved downtime. So you're gonna find stuff like lavender and stuff in there, which you're gonna find like our Catching Z's wax created for like bedtime, like to help you sleep. It's just to calm you and put you in that kind of mood of sleep. And my favorite one is Snuggle Up, and it has angel lavender in it. And then we also have like in the oils balancing, and you can use these, you guys, without lights. So say you don't want to have a warmer in your room, even though we have element warmers with no lights, but say you're not really into the wax, it's too messy for you. My apologies with Rosie there. Another option is oils. Like you can mist in your room without the lights. You don't have to use the lights. So the balancing is going to help you find your center and feel rejuvenated. And the comforting is going to be warm and familiar, like a much needed hug. So I actually got the marshmallow buttercream also in Last Chance in that section. Let's see, what is red currant raspberry? Oh, that's in the uplifting. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I want to head right into the options. Let's start with the more expensive option. Now, this particular warmer, if you're buying the shade and the base, it's $150. Shade only is $70. We do have a couple like the Reflect, the Awaken, the Shine, which I also want that one, that are at $140. So we also have like just the shade, I think in the clearance section for the Renew, it's like a white milk glass, and then it's almost like blown glass, and it's got like clear and then milky white glass shade. It's beautiful. So keep that in mind. I can show you a picture really quick and see if that helps. So like right there, that's in the clearance section currently on the website. But so this might have a smaller reservoir, but the benefit is you can continuously change out the shade. Like that's super fun. And let me see here. This one is going to have, I have it written down here. 1 second. Because I want to tell you all of the cool things. I don't want to later go back and go, oh crap, I forgot to tell them. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not seeing it offhand, and I guess I didn't write it down. Oh no, I do see it. Okay, so this one has 16 LED light options. I think this one only has 7, kind of like the Scentsy Go. I mean, this one's plastic, so if you drop it, I mean, it's durable. It's not gonna break like this. Depending, like if you drop this on a carpet, it's probably not gonna break. Drop it on a marble end table, and yeah, this is probably gonna break because it's literally like mosaic glass pieces. But okay, so you guys, let's start with this one. So they all have this teardrop base, so you can buy the base and work up. Like it's all up to you, but it's got like a small reservoir, and you can see like this part here. You're only going to want to fill, but it said there's a line, and it kind of ends right there, and it says max. And I don't know if I can get my camera to pick up on that. I'm not going to be able to. But yeah, right here it's going to say max. So you don't want to fill it more than that. I've actually measured it because being in the US, like we go on half cup, quarter cup, because Scentsy is like, like a multinational, like a multi-country, company. Like we're in 3 different regions, like Europe, Australia, you know, Canada, Mexico. We're in different regions, so like they do like mils. So like if you say like 120 mil, I have no idea, because when we bake here, it's like per cup, half cup, quarter cup, like that's the language I speak. Well, this one happens to take a half a cup of water. So I've measured that. And my tip is, if you want immediate, sorry about my bird, she thinks she needs to join. She's helping me. And I'm so sorry if that's a sharp noise. I need to be able to do, I should paint that room upstairs, but I have so much stuff going on that I just haven't gotten around to it. But this is gonna take a half a cup of water. And my tip is, the warmer the water that you use to begin with, the instant amount of mist that you're gonna get. If you use cold water, it's not gonna put out as much until it warms up. So I always use like hot tap water. You can use tap water. It doesn't have to be distilled water. If you have hard water, I mean, it's something to consider, but like we have a Brita filter like on the refrigerator and stuff, and you know, like use something with a filter. You know, they don't say that you have to use like any special kind of stuff. So I live in the city, so I don't have like hard water issues. But now with Scentsy, you're gonna put in as much as you want. Depends on how much fragrance you want. I tend to put in a lot. Oh gosh, you guys, that's so good. And it's almost like a citrus, but it's so good. Oh, Etta, you're right. I agree. But I'm gonna put like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. 8, 9. And it's a 15 ml bottle. And these are like 12 bucks. Oh, and I can smell it. It's so amazing. And if you prefer lighter fragrance, put like 3 drops in. Work your way up. You know, if you're like, oh, I don't really smell that, put in 3 more drops. And if you're like, 6 really doesn't do it for me, put in 3 more. You know, just work your way up to whatever you feel comfortable with. And then on our bases, you're gonna see there is a teardrop button, and there is a like sunshine button. The sunshine is going to be for your lighting, and the teardrop is going to be for the amount of mist that comes out. And these have different settings. Now, with this one, your, and I tested this out. Scentsy says like 8 hours on the low setting or the intermittent. On intermittent, I found it to last about 9.5 hours. But that's just my personal experience. And I left it on misting overnight intermittently. So we're gonna do the lighting option first. So if you push the button, now it's gonna flicker on the screen. It's just like a physics thing about the way light travels, that it looks like it's flickering to you. Here, it's solid. So that's a solid bright light. The next one is gonna be a dimmer light, like a dimmer solid light. I know it's flickering for you, I apologize. And then the next button is going to be like a candle flicker. So yes, it's flickering on your side, but it's actually flickering a little bit slower on my side. But it mimics like a candle flicker. So if you want that sort of ambiance, and then if you push the button again, it's off. If you hold down on the button, which it took me a while to figure this out, it's gonna cycle through those 16 different LED colors. And watch these daisies, you guys. Like, you're gonna go through like some amazing colors here. Now those flowers that were blue end up staying like the darker color, and then the ones that were kind of like white, isn't that gorgeous? Like, they end up showing the color through. Oh my gosh, I love this so much, you guys. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So it's just the way the light is showing, but I want you to see like those are fully colored in. But look how gorgeous, you guys. This is worth every penny I ever spent, ever. And like, I would love to do a party. If you don't have a consultant, message me if you're interested. I would love to do a party with you and help you earn this half price, or even if you have a big enough party, free. Isn't it beautiful? I just absolutely love it. So it's going back to those colors, you guys. So say you want to cycle through just solid colors. Like, say you have a little girl with a pink bedroom or a purple bedroom, okay, and they want that. You can flip through the different individual colors. Now say you want red for Valentine's Day. Like, isn't that amazing, you guys? I love it so much. Say you want like orange, like a soft orange. There's yellow. And see how those blue ones turn green with the yellow? There's green. Well, it's more of like a lime color in between yellow and, well, no, that's yellow. I think the other one was orange, right? I can't remember. Green, like a turquoise. And there's like a baby blue. But you see how the already blue flowers are more turquoise? But these are like a baby blue. Well, over here they're baby blue. They look a little different on there. But there's like more of like a regular blue. I would consider that almost cobalt. Not quite. It's not really pastel. But it's not turquoise. Yeah, that's more cobalt. Or you could say indigo blue. There's purple. And like a lighter, almost like a different purpley. And then we're back. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? And then just hold it down again and it's gone. So I'm gonna show you the mist, and maybe with my hair it's gonna show better, but there's several options on this. So the first one is going to be the more intense steam. Sorry, I've got it sitting on several cords here. Okay. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And you're gonna get the instant fragrance wafting. Oh, that's amazing. So that's the high setting. Oops, I turned the lights on. Oops, yeah, okay. So I didn't want it to be distracting. So, okay, so that's high. That's low. Oh no, this is intermittent. Sorry, the other one was low. Or no, that's off. Let's try it again. So we have high, which is gonna be like 4 hours, and then, or yeah, 4 hours. Low is gonna be 8 hours. And then off, and then if you hold the button down, it's gonna be intermittent. So you should see it mist for a little bit and then stop, and then mist for a little bit and stop. Isn't that amazing, you guys? It smells delightful. It's gonna make your house smell amazing. And this is literally just the red currant raspberry. It's a natural oil blend for $12. See? Now it's on the intermittent, so it stopped. And before I turn it off, I want to show you the other one. I want to show you that it'll come back on. So it takes like a certain amount of time, has it on, certain amount of time it's off, and it just does that intermittently. I love it, you guys. I love it, love it, love it. Ta-da! Now, if you use like other essential oils like doTERRA, their brand, which it's not hot, it's not gonna burn you. It's not like steam that will burn you. So like you can breathe it in. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not hot if your pets or your kids are playing with it, which I find kids love to decide on what setting of lights. So I'm just gonna hold that down and turn that off. Hopefully that worked. I guess we'll see. So that is that one. That's the premium. Now this one is $65, and again, you can try to get this one half price. It has a huge reservoir. That's the benefit of this one. Not only that, but it's plastic. So like you might not want to put like a glass one in a kid's room, but like the plastic one, sure. Oh, and they will shut off automatically when the water runs out. The light will still stay on, but they're LED, so you don't ever have to replace them. And these have a, like I said, limited manufacturer's warranty. So on the cups here, this one takes 2 cups of water. This one, the premium is a half a cup. This is 2 cups of water. And it also has that max, I think you can see that one better on this one, the max fill line. So you're never gonna wanna exceed that max line. And see, I measured that out ahead of time. Okay. So this one also has like a flower kind of pattern on the lid, but it's also got the settings. It just doesn't have the buttons. So this one is going to be the output of like low and high, and then this one is going to be your different lighting options. I don't know if you can see that. Is that better, you guys? Okay, so let's go with the lighting. Now, did you hear it beep? That on my end is a white light. It's solid. And then this has 8 light modes. So there's yellow, and it's not flickering on my end. Just remember, that's a physics thing. the speed of the travel of light or whatever. So there's like a red, and I don't know if you can hear it beep. There's purple. There's blue, like an indigo. There's like turquoise. There's green. And there's like a soft blue. Or no, I lied. This is the, you can tell I haven't played with this one as much. It's gonna cycle through the different colors, you guys. Sorry about that. So let's show you the misting. So, I was just looking to see if it had a little sunshine, but it doesn't. So there it beeped, and it's on the low setting. So this one, you guys, has 35 hours of continuous fragrance. Oh, I forgot to put the oil in it, which, oops, oh my goodness, not really. Okay, let's turn it off and I'll put some water in there, or some oil in there, because I forgot. Silly me. Let's just put several drops in there. I don't know how many that was, 20, I don't know. 15, 20, I don't know, roughly. I don't mind strong fragrance, so you don't have to measure. So it's going through the different colors. Okay, so like I said, there's, oops. Okay, there's low, high, and I think the high is intermittent, so it's gonna do high and low. Because I hear it kick on and then it seems to put out a little more fragrance. These come with manuals, but I just find that it's easier if you watch someone do it. So this is the deluxe. Isn't that amazing? I just love it, you guys. So like if you were to use like doTERRA, you can see my animals in the background. If you were to use doTERRA, like one of their oils says, what's it called? I have it. And during COVID, I think it's a good one to have. On Guard is the name of it. So there, when, this is way back in March before they talked about a sense of smell being a symptom of COVID. Back when I was sick and, you know, like they were just talking about like, if, you know, if you kind of have cold-like symptoms or whatever, don't come into work. So I took like 3 days off because I didn't really have a fever. But had a headache. I felt like I had mono. Like I had mono in high school, and then it ended up, I got from that like Epstein-Barr. And then when I had my son, I couldn't lose weight, and I was like, what is going on? I mean, I was 113 pounds before I had my daughter. And then like after her, I was still like 127. But like after my son, like I was not losing the weight and I was so tired. And again, I felt like I had mono. And they ended up finding out that I ended up with Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid, it's like a autoimmune thyroid disorder. So like I have a goiter, like every so often I have to have a sonogram done to make sure that my nodules aren't growing and all of that, because we don't want my neck to get like that. Eventually it's your body attacking itself. So my body attacks my thyroid like it's a foreign entity. So that's like the whole autoimmune thing. Eventually, if I don't find a way to I prefer holistic. I'm not on like medication, and my doctor monitors, like I constantly have to go get blood work. So my doctor's constantly monitoring. I've been to specialists. And because it doesn't grow based on my vitamin supplement thing that I'm doing, they leave me alone about it. Because I gained weight instantly when I started taking like the prescription medication. I'm not recommending that anyone else do this. It was just my personal choice. I was like, no, like I'm already not having trouble losing weight. Like I'm not going to take a pill that makes me like instantly gain weight. I tried the pig hormone. I tried the synthetic hormone. It just didn't work for me. So I went holistic on my approach. So anyways, I felt like I had mono again. And this was way back in March. And so I put in my other diffuser, I put doTERRA oil, the On Guard, and I put in camphor, and I put in eucalyptus. And I put on like the intermittent, you know, so it was on and off all the time. But I had this headache, and because I didn't have a fever, the doctor's office wouldn't see me. And, you know, I kind of had a sore throat. I was just so exhausted. And they're like, well, if you develop a fever, you know, like we can test you or whatever. I never did develop a fever. I didn't have like runny nose. I did kind of have a little chest congestion. Like one day I had, I had gotten a sports bra, like from another company. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Zaya. So I tried it on, and I felt like, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, oh, like, this is why, like, I don't work out with this sports bra. Like, oh my gosh, I kind of panicked because I felt like it was suffocating me. Little did I know, it must have kind of been, I think, I can't prove it because no one would test me, but I think at the time I had COVID because I couldn't smell the oils. And Dale had come home from work, and he goes, oh, that smells really good. And I was like, you smell that? And by this time I had been sick for like 2 days. I think it was like, I was off work, or 3 days, because I was off work Wednesday, Thursday, a Friday. And I started to do the oils on like Saturday. And like he had come home from work that Saturday, and I tried the oils because I was like, I don't know, like I feel like, what if I have and they won't test me? Like, so I tried the oils. I didn't even notice that I didn't smell them until he said, oh, that smells really good. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't smell that. Like I literally couldn't smell it. And I said, is it strong? And he's like, yeah, it's really strong. Like but it smells really good. And I was like, I can't smell that. And we were both like, uh-oh, like that's weird. And then I think a few days later, it came out in the news like that was like another COVID related symptom. I was like, Dale, like what if I had COVID? Like, and we didn't know because the doctor would not test me. So it was like, oh crap, like you've been to work, but like, I don't know. It was the time when it first started and nobody knew what to do and nobody knew what they were doing. But so I called work, and they were like, if you don't have a fever and you feel fine, come in. So I did. Like, that's what my boss said, so I did. And by that Monday, I could smell again. It was literally only a couple days that I couldn't smell, thank God. And I smell just fine now. So who knows, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just had some nasal congestion. And the only real symptoms that I had was just, and it wasn't even the Wednesday. The Wednesday I had a headache. like a really bad headache. And I ended up going to the dentist's office that day too, I think, because I had a broken tooth, and I didn't have a fever or anything. Didn't think anything of it because all I had was a headache. So I'd taken something for it, and see, I'd even gone to the dentist's office and didn't really know. Like, I was like that Wednesday. That Thursday is when I started to feel like I had mono. And I was like, oh, like, so I took off work because I had the headache wasn't as bad, but I had the mono, like feeling like I had mono. And then Friday too, I didn't have the headache then. I just had the like the exhausted mono, or, you know, feeling. Didn't even realize, but I didn't try the oils yet. I was just like, what is wrong with me? Well, Saturday, I didn't really feel like I had mono anymore. Like, I was starting to kind of feel better. I was still tired. But, you know, I just wasn't feeling the best, but I could tell I was feeling better. And then like that Sunday, well, and then he had come home and said, oh, this smells good. And I was like, oh gosh, like I can't smell that. That's so weird. I think I had a raspy, like a mild sore throat. And I thought, at first I thought, well, maybe like, and it was Thursday, Friday that I started to kind of feel like the sore throat and stuff. I thought, oh, maybe I'm just catching a cold. But by the end of Sunday, Monday, I felt fine. So I messaged my boss just in case, and she said, if you feel fine, come in. So I did, and that was that. And I don't know if I ever had COVID. I don't know. I don't know if the oils that I used helped me recover my sense of smell. I don't know. But I literally swear by these, you guys. I swear by them. Like, it's anytime we ever have a cold or don't feel well, I run to my like holistic kind of oils. But like for everyday use, like these are like $30, $40, $50 oils. These are $12. These are literally just to fragrance your home, or to change your mood. So like for everyday use, I highly recommend the Scentsy for everyday use. And we have like natural oils. So like the lavender might make you feel calmer, might make you feel, help you sleep. You know, we don't promote that it's anything other than fragrance. So just know that, because when you know, for $12, you're not buying anything holistic, you're buying fragrance. And this is so good, you guys. It's so, so good. And you can have one of these going and like the coinciding, say you have a warmer and you have one of these. I know like Etta was saying, she will melt certain waxes that go with the certain oils. And they just blend together. It's even more fragrance blending in your home. Like, I just love it. I love it so much. That's why I'm like, I want another one upstairs. Like, these are great for all day fragrance. Like this too, like I just fill it back up with oil, like, cause this is mostly what I'm familiar with. This is new to me. But like if it runs out, I just fill it with more water, more oil, and away you go. So you guys, I can't boast enough about these, but I also wanted to share, I know you guys have heard me talk about my friend Ursula. For anyone new to my channel or whatever, she was my best friend in the whole wide world. She was my neighbor. Like, she's the best friend that you could ever ask for. She was my biggest protector. She was my biggest fan. She was irreplaceable because she's one of those people you could call at like 4 o'clock in the morning and she'd be like, what do you need? Like, I'll be right over. Or like if you needed anything, like she would let you borrow it, or, you know, like she'd give you the shirt off her back if she could. Like, she was just an amazing person, an amazing soul. And she's very intuitive. So like, even if you didn't realize, she'd be like, are you okay? And I'd be like, I think so. You know, but then if you got to thinking about it, it's like she could pick up on everything. I don't know, it's really hard to replace someone like that. I mean, you can have amazing friends that are supportive, and I do. Like, I have extremely supportive, caring, wonderful friends. It's just, you don't have that I'll be right over person. You don't have that person that you're both so unique and have so many things in common that they just get you down to your soul. Not all of my friends are like that, because nor should they be. Like, you should have different personalities, you know, as friends that might, you know, they might not get you on that soul level, but you know, they're good friends, you know. They love you, they care about you, they do things, you know, for you, you guys hang out. But that person that understands you on the soul level is irreplaceable. Totally irreplaceable. And you start to kind of feel lonely. Try not to be emotional. So that's kind of why I joined Scentsy. Because when you have someone like that that understands you on a soul level, and you lose them, like suddenly, like unexpectedly, sorry. You start to feel lonely. And I've always been an only child. I've always been introverted. Sorry. I thought I could do this without getting emotional, but maybe not. So my apologies. And I'm not wearing waterproof makeup, so hopefully. So you get kind of lonely because you feel like you go back to feeling like nobody really understands you. Nobody's there to stick up for you when people, you know, think you're ridiculous or whatever because you're different, or you have different opinions about things. So I originally joined Scentsy because I flipped my party and got the kit for free, and I thought, why the heck not? I still got my half price. I still got my, what was left over free. You know, you could get like a $60 Himalayan salt warmer, or you could get a kit, you know, and I ended up getting it for free, and the kit was way more stuff than the warmer. So I was like, why not? Like, and I didn't really plan to do anything with it, except that those great friends that I do have that were like, oh, you sell Scentsy now? Because I think I posted a couple things on social media, and they're like, oh, I'll have a party. And so you have a couple people have a party, and you're like, okay, so am I going to be real about this? Like, am I going to really do this? And I decided, yeah, like, I really am going to do this, because for people like me that are really introverted, and it's so easy for me. COVID has made it even more easy. So I've gotten really bad, you guys. I tend to have social anxiety. I tend to get anxious. Like, I don't do public speaking. I don't mind like social media where you can record a video, or you can be live and you're just basically looking at yourself, or you're looking at a couple people on a Zoom call or something. I don't mind that, but it's the interaction, like face to face, that I get a little more nervous. I could do home parties, that's no problem, but because it's still a smaller group of people, I get a little nervous talking in front of a group of people. But so like, I'm like, am I gonna be real about this? Like, because this is the first time like people were like, oh, I love Scentsy, I love Scentsy. And I was like, I could actually probably do something with this, but why do I want to? And I realize it's way too easy for me working from home since April. to get really comfortable all alone, like just my family and my pets, and not connect with people. And so this is fun. I am so passionate about Scentsy that it's easy for me to share. It's easy for me to share with you my love of fragrance, my love of essential oils, my love of just these products that when I got some of them in my kit, I was like, these are great. Like, all I thought way back then was it was, and it kind of was, 10 years ago, it was kind of diffusers, just one diffuser, different warmers that were artistic and beautiful, and wax. And they had those few things like a car bar or, you know, the travel things, but they didn't have as many things as they have now. And the more I discovered the products that they have, I was like, I am so in love with this. And the Scentsy community of people are amazing. Like, I've made friends just on YouTube, and it's so much fun. And these girls are sweet, and I love them. And it's so much fun. And I realize I miss connecting with people, and I miss I'm super easygoing, but I miss the people that understand me on a soul level, understand what it's like to be introverted, have anxiety, having complex post-traumatic stress from an emotionally abusive relationship before I got with Dale. So don't anybody think that's Dale, because that's not Dale. Just to get someone that understands those parts of you, and Ursula was that person. We didn't share everything in common. Like, we had a few differences of opinion, but someone that's just so interested in everything that you are, like crafts, and well, like, we had so much fun. We would get into so much trouble buying things. Like, we were on LuLaRoe kicks for a while, and we spent way too much money on LuLaRoe, but it was so much fun finding the different patterns. Like, we were both into essential oils at the same time, because she loved all that holistic, natural kind of thing. Well, she had her own little collection of oils. And I have to be careful because there's one of her hairs in here that I won't part with. But like, she had her own little collection of oils, and her family isn't into it as much as me. And they knew that we enjoyed this together. It's something that we did together. And when I was into doTERRA, she was buying it from me. So it's pretty precious to have this. I kind of almost don't want to use them because they were hers, you know. But like here's one, like Star Anise. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so in love with, but I just wanted to share that part of, you know, like, everything is kind of Scentsy has so many things that makes me feel connected to my friend, whether it's the oils, and I feel like I still stay connected, whether it's a Scentsy friend that, you know, has a Yeti and reminds me of the things that my friend loved, whether it's certain fragrances that make me think of her, or it's just ones that I enjoy. But there's scent memories with some of them. It's just like, so you guys, like, she had a bunch of oils. Like, So to me, long story short, and I know this is like an hour and I'm sorry, I got my bird and my emotional connection, but you know, I love connecting with people because it's, oh gosh, she passed away a week after my birthday in October, the end of October in 2018. So it's been a long time since, and you can ask Dale, probably for the first year. It's grieving is a process. So for the first year, my world stopped. I really don't want to cry, you guys. I didn't go places. I didn't hang out with people. We were moving at the time and I wasn't fully moved into this house. And I was like crazy painting and then all of a sudden, I hadn't finished painting, but we really had to move out. And Dale is, I'm telling you too much information, but Dale was a regional at the time. So he was constantly gone. And it was me and my son. My daughter, you know, lived in another state. And so, it was my son, oh gosh, back then he was like 15, my 16-year-old or 15-year-old son and I moving the majority of everything that we had boxed up. And at some point, we had like some heavier things and we just kind of had to move in a hurry. So, and get rid of like things that we didn't want anymore, like furniture that was broken and things. And my stepson, from my past marriage, like he had helped us, move and things. But so it was so, like those few months there, I was so busy packing, so busy painting, so busy trying to move from one place to the other. And I regret that, because she was my neighbor and that was time that I could have spent with her. And I didn't get to, because I was so busy. And then she did end up driving by and visiting here, and she dropped off a craft project for me. It's like a diamond painting kit. If you go to my Instagram, I think it's Zenby, you'll see that's, you know, I kind of share most of my Ursula stuff on my Instagram, which some days I get bad with that because I get a little inside my head. And so I don't always share on there like I should, but Scentsy's fun, like, but you know, like it's easy for me to share this. It's harder for me to share how much I miss my friend or, you know, that part of myself. Or just, I stopped living life, you guys. I stopped painting. I stopped cooking. I was frustrated that old house had a bigger kitchen and this had a smaller kitchen. I was frustrated that there's no counter space and there's a ton of counter space at my old house. Like, I was frustrated that in general this place was smaller, like the rooms were smaller. So then I had clutter. And between losing my friend, my best friend, my soul sister, the only person that got me on a soul level, that defended me on a soul level, that encouraged me on a soul level, looked out for me, you know, would see something and would go buy it and drop it off of my door, you know, like that. You lose that, and so you just kind of withdraw from the world. And I stopped organizing because I was frustrated and overwhelmed and I was grieving. And so for the whole first year, like, it took me at least the 1-year mark to just reach out and start hanging out with people. And my one friend, we used to work together, but we don't. Now she would, you know, be like, do you want to hang out? Or she would be like, do you want to exercise with me? And so that was really wonderful. She was also a neighbor. And then I moved. Well, we moved because of the landlord, and it was a busy street and there was no yard, and we wanted a place that we could have a yard, and it was a duplex too, and we wanted a place to ourselves, and the landlord was mean, whereas this landlord was a friend of mine that had moved and needed a tenant. And it's just, everything happened and my world came crashing down. And by accident of having a party and flipping it, I found Scentsy. And just by sharing it, because I was having so much fun with it and just wanting people to see it, I started to connect to people. And I realized I need that connection. Like, I need to put myself out there and find those people that are like me, that those introverts, those shy, only children, you know, those people that love crafts and people that love, you know, have those commonalities with me. You know, and we don't have to hang out in person, but I can still connect with you. And there's just like this really cool sense of belonging that you have with Scentsy that you don't have with other companies. And I'm having so much fun with it, you guys. And it's given me connections. It's fun. It brought fun back into my life. It helps me feel connected to my friend because of some of the products. I'm just trying to find my tribe, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I appreciate, you know, people following and commenting and connecting with me, because I enjoy that so much. It's part of I think it's part of the healing process. So, you know, I'm new. So who knows where this could go? Like, I'm literally new, like the end of August. And then at first I kind of really didn't do anything except my friends wanted to have parties. Like, I didn't try harder, I guess, to reach the certain levels that you can reach. I kind of wish I had taken it a little more seriously, but it wasn't until like several friends had a party that I'm like, wait, this is more popular than, I just thought people were being nice at first. And then I realized this is more popular than, you know, I know it's popular to me, but I guess I didn't realize how popular it is with more people. And I was like, there's so many ways I can share this with people, and maybe fragrance, maybe art, maybe this can make others happy too. Maybe just sharing and getting to know quirky me is entertaining, and you know, I connect with people that way. Maybe, you know, wax helps people fragrance their home and, you know, enrich their experience while everybody's home with COVID, kind of. You know, whether your kids give you stress and this wax relaxes you, or, you know, these oils and this diffuser relax you, or, you know, like, whether you want to join me in my journey, whether, it's just, I'm having so much fun, you guys. And so I appreciate you allowing me to share it. I appreciate you joining me in the journey. I appreciate you putting up with my grieving and my tears, and being a part of my healing, I guess. Always when you touch one of these, you want to smell them. You cannot touch a bar of wax and not want to smell it. It's just a habit, and like, you can't help it. And I appreciate everyone being a part of my journey, I guess is what I want to say. And if you want to be more a part of, if you want to be on a team journey with me, I would love that too. You know, that's part of my healing too, is I love teamwork, and I love working as a team to just do something fabulous and to make people happy. And I enjoy the online parties and playing games with people and sharing what I love. So, you know, I hope these are fun. Maybe my story helps someone. Maybe it's just like uncomfortable. I don't know. I just thought I would share it. I talk about my friend, but I just thought it was kind of important to say how she's connected and how I think Scentsy helps me on my healing process. Whether it's products making me feel close to her, or it's sharing and getting people to connect with me, is just so much fun, you guys. And I hope that you'll, you know, at least if nothing else, join the entertainment of my videos. And I just appreciate everybody that subscribes, follows, watches, participates, because having a blast, and it's the first time I've had a blast in a couple years. So I just kind of wanted to say thank you. And for those who don't know, I guess you deserved a little bit more of the story. So when I say, like, I buy things, you know, with intention, and my friend passed away, just that you kind of understand part of it. And I don't know. I just thought I would expand on all of it, because I talk about it a little bit, but I don't talk about it enough. And maybe there's people out there that are grieving too and can relate. And I just want you to know you're not alone. If you're introverted and shy, but yet you love to connect with people like you, you're not alone. If you have an excessive obsession with fragrance, you're not alone. If you are a huge Scentsy fanatic, you're not alone. Like, I just want y'all to know you're not alone. And if it's entertaining, great. Because I have lots of embarrassing stories I can tell you. If my pets are entertaining, great. If I can make your lives more entertaining, you know, just by watching videos, you know, then my work on earth is done, and it makes me happy. If you know, enjoy doing this too, come join me. I'd love it. If you don't have anyone you know that can provide you with, you know, fragrance, here I am. Putting myself out there, just trying to, you know, make people happy. I hope you love it too. And I would love to have you be a part of my journey, my team. Oh, almost knocked the camera over. But yeah, I just wanted to share, because sometimes we get a little too into the facts. Like, you know, this is 16 different colors, and each one is handmade, and You know, you guys, these are, I didn't even really go into that. These are handmade. A lot of our things are hand painted. So each one is going to be slightly different, and you're paying for, that's what you're paying for, is not only quality, a limited manufacturer's lifetime guarantee. So if you break it, obviously that's not Scentsy's fault, but if this stops working, Scentsy will replace it for you. If this just falls apart one day, which it shouldn't, you know, Scentsy will replace it if it's a manufacturing issue. But obviously if you break it, that's on you. But I'm just saying, like, you know, if your plug stops working, you know, you're paying for quality. But I got off on that tangent too. I'm sorry. It's an uncomfortable thing for me to talk about my friend because I get emotional. So I tend to ramble because then I get uncomfortable and I don't know what to say. So I ramble. So yeah. So I don't know. I wanted to share because I love it so much. I'm obviously extremely passionate about it. So I just wanted to share because I don't feel like diffusers get the infamy that they deserve, especially these guys. Oh my gosh, like I want them all. They're art. I love them so much. I'm a huge fan. This is fabulous. And maybe this is more you. I love it, but you're going to find me buying way more of these because I'm crazy for the art. I'm crazy for the detail. I'm crazy for the bells and the whistles and the technology and the fun. But I jumped on here real quick. I guess I didn't even really plan to, I kind of wanted to show you like for a minute, and then I thought, well, I need to stop just talking about, I need to share a little more depth about my friend, so that you know, like, why I'm even doing this. I don't know. I guess if you're going to follow me, I felt like you deserve to know, why I care so much. Other than I'm just a huge fanatic about fragrance. Like, I love perfume. I love body care. So, you know, giving me all of the body butter that doesn't make me break out in hives. Yeah, so I've always been the candle person, but I love that these flicker and it's healthier. I love that that's food grade paraffin. And literally, you guys, in reading about Scentsy, like, they work with very knowledgeable, very high-end fragrance aficionados, I guess you could say, like people that are really into fragrance and how they blend, like perfume. Like they're trying to give you a quality product, whether it's wax, whether it's, you know, a blend of oils, whether it's the devices themselves. They're really here. And I'm not kidding you. You know, we just had Scentsy World Tour, and I'm not kidding you when they say it's family. And I actually feel like, I actually feel like I belong. And it's a blessing in my journey of my healing. And I'm having fun. And I feel like I fit in. And I can't say that very often, but so I feel like I fit in. I'm having fun. Every time I get a package, it's like Christmas. Every time I smell a wax or I melt a new one, it's like Christmas. Like, it just brings such joy to my life. And I don't know. I just wanted to share. I wanted you to know why. I wanted to give you a little more depth, I guess. And I didn't even plan it, or I would have worn like waterproof makeup. Hopefully I don't have raccoon eyes. I guess I wasn't planning that part of it. It just hit me when I was talking about her oils and how, like, when I say, like, I understand oil, I understand oil, essential oils. And I'm just super impressed with the fact that Scentsy tries, and you see that in the sleep collection. And I know some things that are coming out that I don't want to talk about because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But they're literally trying. They don't want to just put out apple cinnamon. Like, they literally try to blend these fragrances with intention. Like, you're not just buying a wax bar, you're buying someone's passion about fragrance enough that they work with top people in the field to blend these in certain ways so that, you know, you can sleep better, or your mood is enhanced, or, you know, you smell like you have a Christmas tree in your house when you don't, or you smell like you're baking brownies when you're not. Like, they're trying to give you a quality experience, a quality fragrance experience, whether it's your laundry, whether it's the stuff that you clean your house with, whether it's the stuff that you shampoo your pets with, whether it's, I don't know. I'm having so much fun. I love everything so much. I knew I always loved it, but when you become a part of it and you immerse yourself in it, you realize I'm even more of a fan of it than I realized. Like, I loved seeing the vendors at events and stopping and grabbing some special bars of wax, you know, to treat myself. Or, you know, this is one of my prized possessions in my house, or my Buddha warmer that goes with my other Buddhas that I collect. And you can, you know, it's a beautiful piece of art in your home to decorate with. Like, I don't know. I've always appreciated the quality. I've always appreciated, you weren't just buying something cheap that you could get anywhere. You were buying an experience. And I love sharing that. And I get passionate. So, you know, they go all out. And I'm so in love with it, and I had to share it. And even if I tell you things about me, I just want people to know it's not just a warmer you could get at any store. It's not just wax that you could get cheaper. It's an experience, and it's an intentional quality experience. You might pay more, but you're paying for experience. You're paying for passion. You're paying for attention to detail. Like, you're paying for someone that handmade this shade for you. You know, you're working with fragrance experts that are blending things so that you have an amazing experience and your life is better for it. I don't know. That's my take on it. That's why I got serious. Because sure, I could support my own addiction and my own, you know, wish lists. But if I feel like if I don't share it, you know, who else out there is like me that loves art? Who else out there is like me that wants to feel like you actually fit in. Who else out there is having a part of your healing process by connecting with others? Who else out there is going out of your comfort zone just to share so that others don't feel alone? I don't know. So I could ramble all day. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to share with you my passion. I mean, it really is like one of my huge passions is the oil and the diffusers. It's one of my all-time favorite things. And I appreciate you putting up with me long enough to see it, to hear the story behind it. My first Scentsy purchase ever was a diffuser, and some wax, and then, you know, a warmer, because seeing the warmer, you know, wasn't like it made just the one that you could get anywhere seem inferior. And why have the inferior? I guess if you don't treasure, the quality, then, you know, I guess it's different for you. Like, but I appreciate quality, so I'll spend a little bit of extra to get something that I could treasure forever. I'll spend the little bit more to to get the scent memory, the experience of feeling like I'm someplace else, the wow factor, instead of just getting any old thing at any store. I want the wow, you guys. I'm 46 years old and I've lived half my life, and I'm trying to enhance the other half. I want to enjoy those years that I have left with fun and fragrance and experience, and I could spend, you know, $3-4 on something less, but I'd rather spend the few dollars more and feel like the Catching Z's wax, you guys. Like, I'm so I feel like it's this whole other experience that I've never experienced with wax, and it excites the daylights out of me, because I think it's super cool that they went out of their way to blend this fragrance enough so that you have this experience. It's not just lavender wax, like they literally research to give you an experience. Like, that's out of this world to me. And I just, some of these fragrances, you guys, take me places and bring back memories. And I can't buy this in a store. Like, you just can't buy this in a store. You can't buy, I don't know. And maybe it doesn't do that for you. Maybe I'm weird. So all you weirdos out there like me, here I am, shining my beacon, trying to attract you, because I want more than just any old thing. Like, I want to connect with the people that have the same passions that I do, that want to have a sense of family, that want a sense of belonging. So yeah, and I will stop rambling because it's been an hour and a half pretty much, and I apologize. I didn't mean to go into this much detail. I really didn't. But those who stayed the whole time, I appreciate it. I really do. This is from the bottom of my heart. So when I talk about these products, you guys, like, when I open a box, like, you're joining my experience. You're in on my Christmas. You know, you get to see my excitement in real time, and I'm sharing that with you. Because if I can brighten your life like this stuff has brightened mine, yay. Yay. I just want the whole world to have what I have at this moment, where I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I can't even tell you how much happiness that brings me. Just to smell it all day long, just to see it, just to walk by it and look at it and be like, wow. Like, you know, like, just to feel like I have a treasure trove. Just to be, even though my house isn't done being painted, and that's part of the grieving process, that you get to this point where you're like, it's okay now. You stop feeling like your world has to stop because your friend is never going to get to see it. So someday I'm going to paint it and I'm going to redo it, and I'll share it with you, because it all kind of stopped. I've gotten to where in this past year where I've gotten little places that I've started to, like my daughter's room, like, even though she hasn't been there for a couple years, except when she comes home every now and then, you know, I talked with her and she was okay with me painting it and making it into an office. Like, I have these little places where I can move on. And this has helped me, and you guys have helped me. And I just wanted you to know that you guys are a part of the process of my moving on. You're never gonna forget, obviously, how much someone means to you, but when you lose them, you have to go through this whole process where you collect the things that remind you of them, or bring a smile to your face when you think about them. But it also helps you find more tribe members, find more people that connect with you on a soul level, and you can move on and it's okay. And you know that person, that friend that you lost, is smiling upon you going, yeah, because I don't want you to be sad forever. So I'm going to be cheering you on in your journey while you help others. So that was a really long way of saying, I probably could have said that way shorter, and my apologies that it was long and drawn out. I didn't plan it. I would have planned it a whole lot differently. So yeah, so okay, I'm gonna go. Everyone have a fantastic day. Those who joined me, thank you. Thank you for indulging me, if nothing else. Yeah, so everyone have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. I totally understand if you don't, because it was way more than, it was deep. It was way deeper than I planned. I just really wanted to share, because I get so excited about these, and they don't get enough attention, and people see the price point at a party and go. And I just don't want people to be afraid of these, because it's literally, I'll never regret it. As long as I live, I will never regret buying a diffuser. I'll never regret having a party and earning one. I'll never regret it. And I had to share it with people, and I had to share why this can enrich your life in ways that you didn't imagine. And Then I shared a whole lot more than I really expected to, but I don't know, it felt like something I needed to do. So everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you.